CM Punk opens up about his original Road family in WWE. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Wrestlers are often required to get to each town and find accommodation on their own, with rental cars and carpools being the most common means of transportation. To save money and the hassle of figuring out how to make each town and where to stay, road families are formed, where the same group of people travel together to shows and events. This was the experience of CM Punk, who remembered his old WWE road family on The Rich Eisen Show. My first road family is Doug Basham and Kevin Furtick, Mordecai/Kevin Thorne. Punk said, "They're both Louisville, Kentucky guys. We all live down in Louisville. So it was literally just like you want to ride with us?" And I was like, yeah, great, because they were vets in a way that I wasn't. You could argue, oh, well, I have the same amount of shower time as you, but they were already in the system. Basham did his stuff on WWE SmackDown, so he's been up and down. Furtick has done his stuff on SmackDown, so they obviously have perspective. And I was just like, yeah, I love it, let's go. Punk was traveling with Basham and Furtick in 2004, and at that time GPS was an uncommon luxury item. Punk remembered that one of the three would have MapQuest directions printed out and at times, and he would travel with a road atlas. Since then, Punk has used his experiences to help other talents on their travels. Punk helped a new roster member with traveling is expensive, meaning that wrestlers take measures to ensure that they can save as many pennies as possible. As such, Punk and his travel buddies experienced some uncomfortable trips. It was all about saving money, so it was the three of us in a car driving, three of us in a hotel. Somebody's either sleeping on the floor, or you flip one of the mattresses over. Somebody's sleeping on a box spring, or you get a cot. And you just split everything three ways. You 100% made it work, Punk remarked. After WWE moved on from Basham and Furtick, Punk was left without a road family. However, as he now had more experience and was in the place Basham and Furtick were in with him, Punk became a den mother to the group of Deuce, Domino, Cherry, the Major Brothers, Matt Cardona, and Kurt Hawkins, and Hornswoggle. Punk also brought up how the WWE draft broke up road groups by changing travel schedules, remembering the 2008 edition and stepping up to help a, then, up-and-comer. I get drafted to a different show, and then Kofi Kingston gets called up, and I immediately first day go to Kofi and be like, "You got any buds here? Is there anybody you're gonna ride with?" Punk recalled, he's like, "No man, I don't know anybody." And I was like, all right, you're riding with me. Kingston was happy to see Punk return to WWE, suggesting that those early interactions established a bond between them. These days, Punk also uses his industry wisdom to help NXT stars, many of whom grew up watching him. CM Punk reflects on his WWE road family origins recently. CM Punk sat down with The Rich Eisen Show and reminisced about his early WWE days and one of his original road families. Athletes wrestlers included have to travel relentlessly, and having to find lodging arrangements can get very stressful. One way to get around this stress is by forming road families, which are groups that travel from town to town with each other in order to save time and costs. Punk remembered the first time he was out on the road with Doug Basham and Kevin Furtick, aka Mordecai/Kevin Thorne. "My first road family is Doug Basham and Kevin Furtick," Punk revealed to him. "They're both Louisville, Kentucky guys. We all live down in Louisville, so it was literally just like you want to ride with us?" And I was like, yeah, great, because they were vets in a way that I wasn't. You could argue, oh well, I have the same amount of shower time as you, but they were already in the system. Basham did his stuff on WWE SmackDown, so he's been up and down. Furtick has done his stuff on SmackDown, so they obviously have perspective. And I was just like, yeah, I love it, let's go. By 2004, Most people considered GPS a luxury, and Punk was no different. His road trips were generally tough. The band often printed out MapQuest directions, sometimes even navigating with a road atlas. Without those modern conveniences that helped make tour life easier, Punk welcomed traveling. The trips were not about traveling to the next town, but also learning from your companions. Traveling on budget. As travel expenses mounted, the three found ways to squeeze more out of every one of those dollars. It was all about saving money, Punk said. It was the three of us in a car driving, three of us in a hotel. Somebody's either sleeping on the floor, or you flip one of the mattresses over. Somebody's sleeping on a